So hi everyone, we have a question here. We have to display the name of employees who have a salary above the average salary of their department. So the simple logic is to display the name of employees who have salary above the average salary of, let's say. Uh, so first of all, what we will do, our approach is to, let's check it out the table first. So first we will create a table. Then put some values inside the table. And the very first thing what we used to do is we used to check how our tables look like. So the simple query to check the table is select star from employees. So I'll check the employee table. So here's our employee table where the employee ID is there, employee name, department and salary. So here we can see like there are the various other departments like HR, finance, IT, right? So what we have to find is we have to display the name of employees who have the more salary than the average salary of their department. Let's say for HR, we can see the salaries are 50,000, 60,000. So average will be, what will be the average? So average means sum of these two values, that means 50,000 plus 60,000 and divided by the number of values. So here the number of values are 2, so divided by 2. And we need not to do that calculation in the query in the SQL because we have an aggregate function average. We can directly use it instead of applying formulas and everything. So we have to check, like let's say for this HR we have 1 lakh 11,000. So half will be 55,000. So here we can see Amit's salary is 50,000, which is lesser than the average, which is 55,000. So, but Ria, the salary of Ria is 60,000, which is average, above the average of the salary in HR. So that is 60,000. So what will be our approach? So first of all, we will see what are the average salaries of each department. So I'll just write that query select. Since I told you earlier that we have aggregate functions, so we need not to apply formulas. So we will use aggregate function average salary. We will give some alias to it as average uh, salary from table employees. And since we want one value for one department, right? So we have to add department as well also. So we want for each department what is the average value. Since here is HR, finance, so I want one value of HR and its average value, one value, one row for finance and its average salary, and one row for IT. So what I'll do in that case, I'll have to group by the department. So I'll use group by. Let's run the query. Okay, so I'll run the query. So here we can see for finance it's this. Since we want only to like it's giving lots of 0, 0. So what I'll do is I'll round the figure for up to 2 places after the decimal. So here we go. So yes, now it's look more clean. So 65,000, 75,000, and 55,000. Now what we have to do, we have to compare the salary of each employee to the average salary of their department. Let's say I told you earlier, let's say in the case of HR, let's say Amit. So since we know that the average salary of HR department is 55 and Amit salary is 50,000, so it doesn't meet the condition that like our salary must be greater than the average salary. So how we gonna write this? We will do select employee ID, employee name, department, salary from employees. So we will use a subquery to solve this problem, where the salary. Now, since it's very simple, till now we what we are doing, we are just fetching the employee ID, name, department, salary from the employees. Now I'm adding some condition, that filtering condition, where the salary is greater than what? So now I'll write again a query as a subquery, select average salary. So whatever we have done over here, we have to do the same here as well. Average salary from employees. So here, since we are already using employee over here, so we cannot use employee twice since we are using subquery. So I'll give alias to this table as E2, and here I'll write uh, as E, or we can simply write as E. And at which condition it gonna filter the average salary? So we have to give the average salary, since we want the average salary to compare with the salary of the employee over here. So on what basis it will compare? So I'll give the criteria where the E dot department is equals to E2 dot department. That's it. So I'll just move it down so that it get visible to us. So what we are simply doing over here is we are getting the employee ID, employee name, and department salary, and accordingly we are checking the salary of that employee with the average salary of the department. So how we gonna check whether the same employee has same department or not? So since we are using department over here, and we are cross checking, we are verifying, we are equating the department from this employee table with the department of this employee table, so that we can get the same salary, like here the salary and the average salary of the department. That's the whole idea. Let's check whether this query is giving the right answer or not. So here we can see that Ria has from HR department has 60,000 salary, which is above than the average salary of HR department, which is 55,000. So that's the whole idea. That's how we used to solve this problem. So I hope this helps, and goodbye.